Good afternoon or morning or evening or night or whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to Small Cap Recap. This is Trader Bryce. Before we get into the video, you already know the drill. Drop a thumbs up and comment down below how you did today. I would imagine if you're a long bias trader, you probably did decent. There were a lot of movers today, lots of movers, even going into after hours right now. We're still seeing a lot of action. Great news. I'm a little worried that this might kind of be the top of this run that we've had, but I mean, truthfully, the beginning of this week was a little bit slower anyway. It's like Monday, really just Monday, but hopefully not. We're going to see, we got CPI coming on in tomorrow, so we're going to see if that leads to anything, and fingers crossed we can get some more momentum because there are some really nice setups that have been continuing to develop. And I'm really excited to see if that momentum holds up. So we're just going to get right on into the charts here, go over everything, go over the SPY, go over the small cap runners of the day. And then what I want you to do is let me know what stocks out of the ones I mentioned, or even one that I don't mention, which ones your favorite watches are going forward. You can leave that right down in the comments below. So I've already said what I need you to do. So let's just dig on into the charts, shall we? Right over here, let's just start with the SPY. Okay, let's do something real quick. So SPY is up in the basically 395. We had this fake out day right here where a lot of people I know loaded short. And then we had this recovery, reclaim. It looked like this was kind of a false breakout over this little multi-day consolidation here. Now, everyone does seem super, I don't know. This could actually be really interesting in the sense that I think a lot of people are very short biased on the SPY right now, right? And for justifiable reasons. I mean, I'm, truthfully relatively short biased too. But that could actually lead to quite an interesting squeeze. If we reclaim through 400 and then if we broke out of 410, that could be a very, very interesting SPY chart. However, we'll see what that ends up leading to, especially after CPI tomorrow. We've got some new levels setting in on the SPY, 380 being a very key level here, given all that consolidation and a few multi-day bases there. Even on the days where we dipped under, most days closed over that 380 level, meaning that 377 to 380 level is acting as really clear and clear resistance in my mind. And we are really close still to a really like a year-long trend break. This SPY chart has been developing now for about a year. So it'll be interesting to see if that can lead to anything. Whichever way it goes. We'll see which way it goes. Sorry, I'm distracted. I might have a guest speaker coming on over here. We also have AMV. Unfortunately, I was actually watching this big dip out of the open. Here comes our guest speaker. Hold on. This is guest speaker Tony Bones, otherwise known as Rigatoni. So you can say hi to Tony. Look at that tail wag. Look at that tail go. He is just as excited as I am to keep getting on into these charts. So AMV, I saw this pop up on my new high scanner after this big dip right here, and it was just one candle, but I saw this perk right up in here, and I thought to myself, well, this could be really nice for a screen day. However, what I didn't like about this was that we had this big failure day right here. We had a lot of volume, and obviously there's a little bit of a glitch here. This is way up here. But we had this relatively decent volume day on a gap up with news. And it wasn't able to do anything, and that made me really weary of, Tony, stop eating whatever is under my desk. Oh, sorry, all these distractions. And so when we had this dip out of the open here and this slight little perk right here, I was a little bit weary of getting into this, and I was ultimately wrong. And it's probably part of why it worked out so well is it had that fake out, had this big dip out of the open, and likely short sellers, I would think, started probably trying to get short in the floor. Any early shorts started getting just squeezed. And then we had a couple big wicks that might have been confirmation areas for short sellers, right? I mean, it looked like we had a failed high a day break and then this big wick, but still over VWAP the whole time. And then once again, right here, we had this wick that broke down under this little 560 support that it had been forming, or 570 support, and from there it was really just off to the races. And really nice trend break here. I mean, picture perfect, very clean. Once again, that same pattern that it had been developing. We had that exact same, as we had seen twice earlier today, a fake breakdown, and then that really powerful reclaim. So really nice mover. Will be interesting to see if this can go anywhere tomorrow, but I would not be surprised if it doesn't, right? I mean, it was already up over like 300% at one point today. BBBY, extremely impressive multi-day run here. Few hundred, like 100 million shares traded today, rotated its float, and now really strong into after hours. We'll see. I personally would not be surprised if this shows us a first red day tomorrow. We'll see here, but nonetheless, it's been a really impressive multi-day run. A lot of volume coming in today. Ideally, if this could just go sideways tomorrow, that could set up for another really crazy run, a variation of a third day surge on Friday. Personally, I'll be avoiding this unless we get some first red day action on this, but with this big gap up, a first red day is going to be kind of tough. But there still is a lot of downside range, which I do like a lot. KERN, after hours mover here, had some news. They sold to 365 Cannabis. I don't even know what stock that is. If that's a stock, who knows? But it looks like the sale of the company went through, went up to 229, and it's a weed stock. So maybe some other weed movers tomorrow, but not sure on that. Maybe anything related to this. We shall see. BWEN, interesting. I avoided this all day today. And I was explaining to the StocksToTrade team today, right? Why did I avoid this? Well, wick 1, wick 2, breakthrough support, break back over resistance, dump back down, new high at A, and it was just all over the place. For me, it was not a trade that I wanted to be in. There's just too many wicks on this. And once we see something like this huge dump through VWAP, reclaim to a re-break, there's just no clear bias, right? I mean, it was trapping on both sides, and I do not want to be a part of anything that's trapping on both sides, because for me, that makes it a little bit tough to gauge what it's going to end up doing or if it ever will pick a clear direction. YTEN, another little after hours mover. Nothing crazy, but I mean, it is up 75%, just hardly any volume. It is a micro float, so this could be something to keep an eye on tomorrow. We'll see. I have a small position in LASE. I got long here on this 330 break, risking low a day. Sold half of my position into the $4 push, and I'm holding the second half of my position, just risking low a day still from today. I like the multi-day chart on this. We'll see if anything can develop out of it. But it's a fresh chart, an IPO, but the majority of the resistance is actually around like $3, and it's over the majority of that resistance. As long as it holds, which it did, that 330 level. Now let's go back to that intraday chart real quick. Oh, Tony. Tony just wants me done filming so I can go down and play, even though I've been playing with him all day. Look exactly where it tapped out, that resistance on the daily chart. Literally bottom there, had that fake break and then reclaimed. We'll be interested to see. It really needs to hold that 330 level, and that's why it was so key in here. The next major level of resistance is once again at 4. And then one more, actually, oops, I meant to do it here, whatever. We've got some resistance coming up here in like the 4, well, actually, I think it was like 410. Literally where it topped out today was the last major level of resistance for this by volume, was right in this 410 level from this day. And this day even, really, I mean, it's not nearly as much resistance as this day. I think this could set up, this is actually one of my favorite multi-day setups, where you get another big volume surge day, and it's now, I mean, this, I'm almost ready to treat this as a fresh breakout. There are the psychological levels just from the chart, but I mean, this is broken over the very key levels, broken out of the multi-month trend break, and we're just over most major volume levels, very low float stock. And yeah, I'm just excited to see if this can go anywhere. It's got news today. We'll see if that goes anywhere. I do like it a lot, and that's why I'm still swinging up half my position. But worst case is I sell on the break of that 84, whatever today's low a day was. 285. So my stop is 284. Regardless, I'll take a win on the trade. I might add to it tomorrow if we continue to re-break, and if we can re-break over this 412, I'll swing again. and see where it goes from there. BIOR, really beautiful consolidation today. What was really interesting about this, and I don't think, so it's not going to show it too well. This traded just as much volume today as it did the previous day. So we're going to see if this can go anywhere. I like it a lot, especially if this can basically, it just really needs to break out over, what was today's high today? I think 7 something. 768. So we've got, this is one rare case where I actually will use these pre-market levels, since there was notable price action in that after hours trading. But from there, we've also got this intraday trend that formed. It did slightly break out over, but it's still respecting. So I think a break over 750 could really, really send this thing, a break through this trend line here. Once again, a very low float stock. It is a biotech stock. I didn't see if this was an H.C. Wainwright pump, but someone was saying that it was. I don't remember. I like to stay away from the H.C. Wainwright pumps, but I didn't see anything there. And it's a recent reverse split too, so we've got that going for it. A lot of really great watches, and one more. I mentioned this on Monday. I was looking at it for a third day surge, GREE, but it's continuing its run. It slightly broke out. It's over 70 cents now. I'll be interested to keep watching this. I've been watching GREE just for a while now, because this is a really nice former runner. What stock did this used to be? GREE used to be something else that went on a crazy run. It technically, it shows that it opened at 60, but it had a previous run before on whatever other ticker that it was. So really excited to see if GREE can do anything in the coming days as well. Excuse me. So a lot of really good watches, but again, it's just going to depend on what the market does as a whole, especially going into the CPI data tomorrow. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. Let's see if I can make my face any brighter. Do this. Thank you guys for watching as always. Tony, do you have anything to say about the market? Well, the tail wag should say it all, folks. Tony is excited. This doesn't work at all. Let's try this. Aha! Now my face is really bright. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. I am out of here. But I don't think I'll be here tomorrow or for Friday. I've got I'm going golfing with Matt Monaco around 2 o'clock. So maybe we'll do a small cap recap from the golf course. Drop a comment down below. Once again, if you want to see maybe a selfie style small cap recap from the links with both Matt Monaco and myself. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you either Friday or next week, and fingers crossed we can continue this momentum that we've been seeing. A lot of great movers for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for being a part of the StocksToTrade family. We just hit 100,000 subscribers, but our goal by the end of this year is to get 150,000 new family members a part of our channel. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, hit the subscribe button, and maybe even turn on your post notifications. We cannot do this without your guys' support. So thank you so much. And if you want to see more of what we're doing, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below. We'll see you in the next video.